Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in.
Thank you, Larry. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. offensive starters time, Charles, for the Washington Redskins.
Let's look at Josh Dotson, the wide receiver out of TCU. Grew up in Fort Worth. His mom works at the university as a vice president. He actually went to Wyoming first, transferred back to TCU, and boy, is he a high flyer. Throw it up in the air, he'll go up and get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works free. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to throw. Simmons firing quickly here, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And let's run through the Dolphins defense.
It's easy to go back to the time that Ndamukong Suh entered the NFL, and he was an absolute force right from the beginning. But it's been fun to watch his career progress, and I'm starting to see a little more finesse in his game, although I'm not sure he'd like me to describe it that way. But you see the agility, you see the movement, and, of course, he can bull rush when he needs to get to the quarterback.
To throw on second down. Simmons. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a play fake here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's the option going left on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Let's go!
Operating from the gun, Simmons. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was nothing.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Here we go.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dolphins defense as they head out to set up shop. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Simmons throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 67 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. 0-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
Now a handoff as they run left side. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Will Compton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And oh, that is going to be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Simmons. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run it now out of the gun. There's the stiff arm. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Partner, we saw these Dolphins jump off sides a bunch last year. But that's not unusual for those guys like Sue who want to get that quick start into the offensive backfield, and they do make a lot of plays doing that.
Now a handoff working right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
To throw on third down, Simmons. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A swing pass caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. From the gun, Simmons. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And out come the Dolphins now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And now running right through it. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So we have reached halftime. What a weird one. A safety is all we have through 2 quarters. 2-0 the score. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both the Dolphins and the Redskins are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Dolphins now later on the drive. Fleming's got to get to the quarterback here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. We go now late in the first. The pass is completed into tight coverage, and he ends up at the 14-yard line before he stopped on the play. Dolphins have it later on the drive. Compton's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it from here. Let's go back down to Miami with Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half. What will we see in half number 2? Time to find out. Around the NFL, second quarter in Chicago. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
He's got daylight past the 20 and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, And an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the two defensive tackles in a four-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They go play action here on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, Simmons. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Simmons out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up, this should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here we go. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Simmons. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 42 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
First and goal from the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Hurry up, here we go. 3,
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Ryan Anderson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And that is well short. Well left to boot. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Call it a 1-yard gain of the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
To throw on 2nd down. Simmons. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Simmons. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 43. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post, but we've seen it happen to teams before.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes it's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Back to the air on second down. Simmons. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Simmons. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So the offense has it first and 10. From the gun, Simmons, and some room to work. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Simmons in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his third. And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Simmons. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot. I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up. Back to throw. Simmons. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time. Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping. You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, doesn't feel right. Exactly. They're going to try and run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter. The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it. It's still down 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it. And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Cut it left. Cut it left. 4 down. Now let's go. Blue landing.
And now here's a carry heading left. Powering it and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it? As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week. Boss man. Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving. He missed it again. The fourth time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down. Simmons. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. To throw on second down. Simmons finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Simmons. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 25, but he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second down, 9 yards to go. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.